बड़ी खबर इस समय आ रही है and I quickly want to cut across to Jammu and Kashmir for a big bit of information that is coming in connection with the Delhi blast investigation. These are images of Delhi police teams and Jammu Kashmir police teams currently in Shopian. Shopian is where raids and searches are being carried out in a big way. Shopian police are conducting searches at multiple locations across the district. At the residence of JEI, Jamaat-e-Islami activists, and residences are being searched of those who are allegedly linked or may be linked to this terror plot. So the information that we have, this is information that India Today's reporters on ground are putting out, and intelligence agencies, those speaking to them in Delhi. Dr. Hameed Fayyaz of Nadigam, Mohammad Yusuf Falahi of Chitragam, and others are being raided at this point, and this is on the basis of questioning of Maulvi Irfan. Maulvi Irfan is the Maulvi or the Maulana of the Naugam Masjid, the man who's played a critical role in this entire plot, indoctrinating. Now, Maulvi Irfan, ladies and gentlemen, was actually the paramedic working at the GMC, Government Medical College in Srinagar. He's the one who stands accused of indoctrinating all these young, influential minds. He's being interrogated and extensively interrogated, not just by the Kashmir police, but by central agencies. Based on his interrogation, there are raids happening right now in Shopian. And I want to bring in India Today's Ashraf Wani for more on this. Few people know more about what's happening on ground than Ashraf Wani. Ashraf, bring us details. Who are these individuals whose homes are being raided?
Absolutely, as you said, that there are many people, including some doctors in the custody of Jammu and Kashmir police. They are being interrogated on their cues and on their clues. These houses are being raided because they are giving some inputs to the security agencies, particularly to the Jammu and Kashmir police. The person you mentioned, Irfan Maulvi, the Imam of a local mosque in Srinagar, who was arrested, first of all, in this whole module. On his inputs, these houses are being raided by the special teams of Jammu and Kashmir police. The mobile phones are being recovered from the individuals. They are being scrutinized so that further and further links could be joined, and this whole conspiracy and plot could be foiled. Basically, we are seeing that there is a lot of directions from the Home Ministry to the Jammu and Kashmir police that they did not want to expand this module further, so that all the clues and all the people who are involved in this recently created module, particularly after the Operation Sindoor, because as we were discussing yesterday, after the actions in Operation Sindoor on the Jaish headquarters and the killings of the family members of Maulana Masood Azhar, on that day, 10th of May, Maulana Masood Azhar issued a very emotional letter to his followers and to his recruits that how he wanted to bleed India and take revenge of his family members, not only in Jammu and Kashmir, but in other parts of the country, particularly in the Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. That is why this module was working on that assets and was targeting the Delhi, the capital. The other cities are on the radar, and there could be further modules on which the Jammu and Kashmir police and other security agencies are working.
Okay, now when we join the dots, Ashraf, can you give us details of the doctor who's been called in for questioning, working at the Sri Maharaja Hari Singh Hospital, apparently again from South Kashmir, but currently working in Srinagar? Do we have more details about his alleged role, or why has he been called in for questioning?
Yes, absolutely, Gaurav. As you know, that doctor could be in connection, in we can say communication with the colleagues or doctors, and that led to the making of these modules of the doctors. Some more doctors are on the radar of Jammu and Kashmir police. Among them, one, this Dr. Tajamul, who is actually from the Shopian, working in the premium hospital of Srinagar, that is SMHS hospital. He was detained late last night from the Karan Nagar area on some inputs. Probably he has some kind of a connection or some kind of a we can say in touch with the Dr. Umar, who is believed has blasted himself in the Red Fort blast. So he has been detained about his connections and whereabouts about the Dr. Umar. That is what we are getting from the sources here in the Jammu and Kashmir.
Ashraf, few people understand Kashmir and this long journey that Kashmir has been through with this terrorism. Then you and I have covered it over so many years together. I want to understand from you, Ashraf, when it comes to young Kashmiri boys, to become a doctor is the best thing that can happen to them. They work extremely hard. Their parents work extremely hard for them to become doctors. That's the kind of pedestal doctors are held, in Kashmir. Why did these chaps become terrorists or suspected terrorists at this stage?
Actually, Gaurav, this is very deep political issue in the Jammu and Kashmir. This trend started after the Burhanwani in 2016, 2015, when young minds and particularly the professionals, including the professors, engineers, and even doctors, then joined the terror ranks. We have seen some kind of massive action against these terrorists, particularly the youth and local terrorists in the Kashmir Valley. That has triggered some anger, and which is being exploited by the Pakistani intelligence agencies. They just seek small helps from these young professionals, then particularly get them grabbed into the terror modules. And they did not think that in a white collar, this simple help will give them ease away from the modules or from the terror links. And that is why the Pakistani intelligence agencies want more and more professionals and more educated people to get recruited in the terror ranks. It starts with the simple things, and also the radicalization is one part of it. We have seen that how not only in the India but in the world, the radicalization is at the peak, and most of the people on the emotions.
Cause for grave concern. Ashraf, stay with me there.